Hi, welcome to the fifth video. In this one, we'll talk about how we can add more panels to this equation. And as you see, we left off here. So what I'll be doing now is to start with adding a very basic new panel. So in order to create a panel, as you know, we put a point and then I'll grab a systems panel here. Name is going to be, let's say, panel underscore second. Pull out the toggle, add a width, let's say 2 meters. Height is going to be 5 meters. Thickness is 0.34. We can have a panel system as a wall system wall. Window system or window. No shading systems, no nothing. Display panel viewer. Pull out a point, set one point. This is my panel. And grab two toggles. Draw geometry, draw B-reps. You remember all this if I put a B-rep here and draw B-reps. It is not drawing anything because we don't put anything in. If I click on here, we'll have our panel. So just to add things a bit, like let's say we are going to have slightly tiny or thin glazing, but let's say this is going to be higher this time and something as such, okay? And what I am going to do now, what I'll be doing is, why don't we copy this, copy the B-rep that we have. Maybe just select this, not this, oops. Select the surface, copy that surface right next to it. And because when we create a skin generator, what we need is toggle, obviously. Not this guy. Toggle. And skin parameters. Skin parameters is going to be the parameters that we'll be using. So this time we'll have two different parameters, or one parameter, but default bay list will be having two panel bays. We'll be having that as well, and we can put this guy here, toggle in again like the horizontal vertical shift. Skin name, skin underscore second, again connected over here. This time my panel is going to be like this, is going to be my second panel and this is going to be my first panel, okay? And since there's no surface, it's not able to understand, of course, which one to proceed with. So I select this and preview this off and put this as my surface skin list. And now, since I have two lists, and if I put value lists here, and let's check this into a checklist, 1, 2, put this in, because we have two ways here. And if I just make this activate, let's see what we are going to have. Probably we are going to have panels or set of panels that are, you see, now we are skin second, and let's check the color of this, copy this and put it onto the second one too, and pretty much it. And one thing that we can check here is, you see it goes like it's like 1 2 1 2 or 0 1 0 1 0 1 kind of a fashion. But if I change this to only, if I click and unclick one, it's going to be taking everything and recreating it with our new panel, that is this one here. You see, we have the panel and the panel size, or nothing has changed. And if I just click one, and then we'll see them all both going in and out. And that's pretty much it for this video. But let me group this as my second panel. This is my first skin and second skin. Maybe second panel and second skin can be the same name, same color. And again, like, we have all these as my like blocks. And one thing to check here, if I move this, probably it's not going to change anything, but let's say I wanted to add sort of depth to my width, or like let's say I wanted to take that from bottom, like from left 1 meter, and put this in. You will see that all these panels are shifted from left to the right in the complete building form. And that's almost it for this video. But before we wrap this up, one thing I wanted to show you real quick is, if we come to design controllers, layout controller, and if you say, by the way, in this one we can select the layout regions, and based on the regions we can come up with different kind of like, we can assign the panel types on the different locations. I'll come to that as well in the next video. But before we jump into this one, and before we jump into that one, I want to show you, if you come over here and then say layout type random, connect this here and connect this layout controller to design controllers, and you'll see that instead of like one by one, they are going to be distributed in a different manner. You see, now the panels are distributed in a different manner. And if you change the random seed, like let's say 5, you'll see that they will be regenerating or regenerated by this. So it's like a little less under control, but if you want some variations, you can proceed with this one too. So with this being said, we are wrapping up this video, and in the next one I will show you how we can create these panels by using tractor points.